Mademoiselle, and ça c'est deuxième Chanel. And aujourd'hui, we are going to be doing another zodiac video. And today we have the lovely pleasure of talking about the stubborn, the vain Tauruses. Did I come for y'all? Oh, I came for y'all. I got time today. But let me just say, Tauruses are actually one of my favorite zodiac signs because as a Capricorn, they are my fellow earth sign. But before we get into that, just a couple of announcements to make. First of all, go get your merchandise. It is May. It is Haitian Heritage Month because it is Haitian Heritage Month. So we already know we gotta turn up. Okay, so if you didn't go to the merch shop, go get your merch. This is my I Don't Twerk with Gouillet design. I got it in a crop top, got it in a t-shirt, got it in other designs. I also have other designs in the shop. A lot of you guys have been asking me to make the Haitian King t-shirt. I got y'all. For all my Haitian Kings that watch me, thank you guys so much because it's deeply appreciated. Pour tout garçon qui chita yo goddamn yo get me vision. Oh, that's on me. Go down below. Go check out the designs. So let's get straight into the Taurus, okay? The mighty, mighty Taurus. Now, Tauruses are a very, very interesting sign. As a Capricorn, they are my fellow earth sign. And honestly, they are technically considered one of my compatibility love signs. And I can say most of my longest relationships have been with Tauruses, except for my current relationship that's actually with the Gemini. A lot of you guys who are really into astrology are probably like, oh hell no, Yvana, you're a Capricorn, you with a Gemini, how is that working? It's actually working ridiculously well. Absolutely no real issues, and I'm shocked because Geminis, Capricorns usually don't mix. It's like oil and water, but me and my man, perfectly fine. But before that, Taurus, Capricorn, me, amazing, perfect fit, perfect shoe. It was like a glove. But I will say, every single time me and a Taurus would end, it would be an explosive mess, all right? Now, another thing I will note, when it comes to Tauruses, that's one zodiac I will say, when it comes to a lot of zodiacs, you can kind of say the same, but when it comes to Tauruses in particular, male and female, they are not the same. They can be kind of vastly different. So I'm going to be talking about them from a very, very wide perspective. So please keep that in mind. So I'm going to keep everything very general based. And also when I make these videos, it's not a one shoe fits all. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay, but I'm not used to being wrong because I'm a Capricorn. And we're know-it-alls. That's why niggas don't like us. Okay, that's why niggas don't like us, but it's okay, you love us at the same time. We gonna tell you like it is, all right? So who better to do this video than us, all right? Don't take it personal. But if you want to know truly who you are from a zodiac perspective, get a birth chart made, all right? That's the only way to know. And also understand it is not safe to be out here telling everybody your moon, your rising, your sun, and everything like that on a public platform. Find someone you trust, a trusted astrologist, someone who has a good reputation to draw you up a birth chart. So without further ado, we are now in the rising era of the Taurus, and that time falls between April 20th to May 20th depending on different factors. Sometimes it could be a little shaky and you can actually be in Aries but really be cited as a Taurus because of dates and times like that, but I'm going to link down some more information about that down below. Now, this is actually the second zodiac in the pool of zodiacs. Most zodiacs learn from the zodiac before it, and the zodiac before, which is the first zodiac, is the Aries. So you already know, with all of the fieriness that goes with the Aries, they learned to calm down a lot. Tauruses are usually cool, calm, collected, and they are known for having a very long fuse. This is one quality that if you ever come across a Taurus, you will know that they just don't really give a shit about a lot of things. They come off as pretty aloof, conservative, but at the same time, they are very stubborn. And one quality a lot of people know Taurus is for are being vain, being quiet, being to themselves, and just loving the finer things in life, okay? They don't want to be bothered. They don't like mess. They don't like anything that's too loud, too vulgar. They're very conservative. They just like peace, okay? They don't like anything that's gonna be too rah, rah, rah. They just like everything to be a very cool, calm, collected, clear, clean, concise, steady, slow. That is what a Taurus is, okay? say slow and steady wins the race. Cool, calm, collected is what will get things done. They are the problem solvers of the zodiac. They are the person that you need to basically be there to calm down any situation. If you need any type of mediator for a situation, you call on a Taurus, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to be able to handle a situation with the swiftness, but most importantly on an unbiased note. Of all the earth signs, I will say between us, which are Capricorns, Virgos, and Tauruses, I will say Tauruses are the least biased. Capricorns, we biased as fuck. Virgos, they biased as fuck too. Tauruses are usually not going to be biased, and they're probably going to be the ones that can handle things the fastest because that's all they care about. They're like, listen, I'm trying to get back to my warm candles, my beautiful Netflix series, and my cozy blanket. Listen, when it comes to warm fabrics, when it comes to nice mood lighting, beautiful fabrics, nice warm scented candles and all of that shit was made for Taurus, made by Taurus. That's what it's here for. It's not here for us. We like that stuff too, but Taurus, that's what it's made for. Tauruses lets us enjoy those things too, but I guarantee you it's for them, all right? Tauruses are also known as the first sign to be associated with Mesopotamia, and of course known for loving to spend money, loving being the foodies of the zodiac, loving to cook in a lot of cases, because if you love food, usually you like to cook, but doesn't mean that all of them know how to cook. Of course, being homebodies, and like I said before, being very vain. Now, this is kind of subjective, but for the most part, that's one quality I can say about Tauruses that I don't like. They're very vain, okay? They're very much so into their appearance. They're into opinions of others, of themselves, but not like a Leo would be. Leos are very much so, how do I look? How do I look? How do I look? Every 2 seconds. Tauruses are more so appearance in terms of assets, the finer things, the finer car, the finer house, the finer things in their home to make themselves feel good, not necessarily for outer appearance of what other people think of them. They're more so, they like the finer things because they like the finer things for them. Kind of like how I said before, how Aries likes to look good but not for other people. They like to look good to one up themselves and how good they looked, and to one up themselves and how good they looked before they stepped out the house last time. They want to be like, all right, I looked good last time, but I want to look better this time, because this time I want to look better than when I stepped out the house last time. So it's like they're not in competition with other people, they're more so in competition with themselves. Taurus wants to look good and be good to up one themselves, not necessarily up one other people. It's very hard to explain, but a Taurus, y'all understand where I'm coming from. It's not necessarily like, okay, they want to be better than other people. They just want the better things in life for themselves because they like to have that gratification of satisfying themselves. And that is because they work so hard. One thing to know about a Taurus is their work ethic. They are very reliable, they're responsible, and they work very hard. They're known for wanting to see projects to the very bitter end. And this is because they want to have that satisfaction of, I did this and I did it not only by myself, but I'm the shit. I want to be rewarded for it. So when they do these good things, when they get something done, they want to be able to be like, okay, well, that means I get me a new Gucci sweater. That means I get my ex's new BMW. That means I get good things to reward myself for the hard work that I put into this project. I get this good thing because I reward myself for losing this 30 pounds. You know, they're very much so goal-oriented people. They want to be able to see the success, be the success, and basically reward themselves for the success and all the hard work that they put into life. This is why a lot of people kind of like gravitate towards them. And to be honest, their work ethic is very much so inspiring to people around them. They're very grounded. They're also very patient, because to be honest, when you're working that hard and you're able to work on projects for such a long time, you have to be patient, okay? Let's be real. A lot of us, we start working on something, we get tired after a year or two, and we're like, yeah, we don't got time, okay? This shit is too damn slow. But Tauruses are literally the epitome, the definition, and probably the maker of the quote, slow and steady wins the race, because that is the epitome of a Taurus. Depicted by a bull, the white bull to be exact. Not only are they stubborn as all hell, they are also very conservative, like ridiculously conservative, very traditional, but that also makes them very good partners and amazing employees. They will never give up on you. Once you are with a Taurus, you're with a Taurus forever, okay? They the type of person where you're like, yeah, we're breaking up. They're like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. out. Yeah, you're fired. I'll see you in the morning. That's what a Taurus is. Like, you're not gonna get rid of a Taurus that easily because they're very rare to give up. Like, honestly, they're somewhat. You're somewhat, bro. Like, they are not going to give up on anything without putting up a fight, okay? They are ridiculously stubborn in everything they do. They're literally the definition of stubborn. I'm very sure, like, a Taurus will pop up next to the definition of stubborn because that's what a Taurus is. Stubborn. Like, they say Capricorns are stubborn, but I don't think we're as stubborn as a Taurus, okay? They are an earth sign, but I feel like ain't no way that they're worse than us. We could take no for an answer. Tauruses cannot take no for an answer. And this also correlates with their relationship to money and power. When I tell you a Taurus loves money and loves power, oh my God. A Taurus will not do anything that does not put them in a higher position in life. You are very rare to see a Taurus working a low-level job. And if you do see them working a low-level job, it's gonna be a low-level job in a high position, okay? If you see them working at McDonald's, they're gonna be the manager. They're gonna be a regional manager at McDonald's. They're not gonna be flipping the burger. And if they are flipping the burger, it's probably gonna be a week because by the next week, they're gonna be the manager. By the next month, they're gonna be regional. You know why? Because they like the finer things in life. Are y'all following? Y'all following what a Taurus is? They like the finer things in life. Now, I said that Tauruses are slow and steady. The only thing that Tauruses are not slow and steady with is their career paths, their money, and their power. They are power hungry. They are money hungry. They are status hungry, and they have to get to the top because how else are they going to support their homebody, money hungry, lavish taste? Who else gonna pay for this shit? They gotta pay for this shit because another thing is they don't like other people paying for their stuff. They don't like other people telling them what to do, and they damn sure not gonna have other people saying that they bought shit and did shit for them, so they gotta be able to do it for themselves. You are always going to see them at the higher positions in life, okay? You're never gonna necessarily see them at the bottom, and if you do, they're not gonna be there for too long, okay? I promise you that. Now, as admirable as they sound, understand that they are a fixed zodiac sign. Now, there's different types of qualities that all zodiac signs fall into. There's mutable, there's fixed, there's cardinal. When it comes to Tauruses, they are fixed, which means they are very set in their ways, and it's very difficult for them to change. They get into a routine, they get into a career, they get into a set path, and they will not budge, okay? I'm not saying it's hard for them to budge. I'm saying they will not. Like, it's damn near impossible. So this is something that makes it very difficult to kind of get along with a Taurus, and is very, very off-putting to a lot of people when it comes to a Taurus. So let's get into the negatives now, shall we? Now, I feel like I kind of touched on a couple of negatives when it comes to Tauruses, but let's just highlight some of them that I'm sure that need to be said out right now. When it comes to a Taurus, and one thing I cannot stand about most Tauruses is that they do not know how to say how they feel whatsoever. This is because Tauruses do not like confrontation at all. They do not like issues. They don't like problems. They do not like anything that signals a red flag. And a lot of people are like, okay, well, that's most people. No. I'm talking about a Taurus is the type of person to get into conflict, say how they feel, and then run without hearing the other side. Literally, they'll get into an argument, not knowing that they're the one starting an argument, not knowing that they're the one causing the issue, say their piece, and then not let you say anything, and then just disappear. This is why Taurus is getting into so many problems with people. As amazing as they sound, they're earth signs, they're down to earth, they're reliable, they're responsible, they work really, really hard, they're to themselves, they watch Netflix all day, they love candle, they love lavish things. They are a fixed zodiac sign, which means they are very stuck in their ways, and they will not change for anybody. And it's very difficult for them to see when they're wrong in a situation. They will probably never see that they're wrong in a situation. And this is the first very negative problem with a lot of Tauruses. They never see that they're wrong. They could literally sit there and be like, yep, I'm wrong for this, I did this, that was messed up, but this is why I did it. It's always gonna be a but. They can apologize to you. They can say, oh yeah, I did this, that's wrong, that's fucked up, but yeah, I was well within my right to do this to you. And this can really come off very narcissistic, but this is because they are a fixed zodiac sign. They are very much so set in their ways. It's as if these people are born like 80 years old, okay? We all know how old people are, right? Old people are stuck in their ways. face. I said what I said, I meant what I said. Hey, I'm like that too. But at the same time, I can see other people's opinions. I can see when I'm wrong, and I can see other people's perspectives. Tauruses, no, not so much. They're not going to see that other people are kind of saying things to them that are correct. They're not going to see that other people are okay with how they're feeling. They're not going to see that other people may be saying something to them that they should probably take heed to. For them, things are a personal attack. And that brings me to my next one. Tauruses have a very, very notorious, okay? A notorious way of getting themselves into situations, but then backing out as soon as they give their piece. For example, they get into an argument with someone, they'll say how they feel, and then all of a sudden they're gone as soon as the other person has the opportunity to give their opinion. It doesn't make any sense. Taurus, you can't do that shit. That's wrong. That's fucked up. They have a very, very toxic trait of doing that, and that's why a lot of people get into things with Tauruses. But on a positive note, one thing about Tauruses is they're not like an Aries. Sorry, I have to throw y'all out there again. Aries blow up, and when they blow up, they keep blowing up, okay? When you light that match, they're gonna blow the whole shit down. Tauruses usually will come back and they will apologize, and they will kind of acknowledge their mistake. They may not 100% apologize because they'll feel justified, but they're not gonna blow the whole thing out of proportion to the point where like the whole friendship is ruined or the whole relationship is like obliterated and unrepairable. They don't kind of like make the whole situation worse. They kind of come back and they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I understand this happened. Do you want to go get a smoothie? Yeah, they're that type of person. A lot of people, like a water sign, most water signs usually don't get along with them. A lot of air signs, Jesus Christ, cannot get along with Tauruses because of this. This is why a lot of earth signs are usually the people that get along with Tauruses, because I think we're the only ones that could really understand that. But a lot of other signs just can't stand that about Tauruses, because that's very annoying. Like it's very irritating to have someone that always constantly starts an issue and then just acts like it didn't happen. And that's a Taurus, because Tauruses are like aloof, okay? They're just like, oh well, it's not that serious. You didn't get over that yet? Oh, you're still mad? Oh well, I'm not mad anymore. Next case. It's a new day. Why are we still talking about something that happened yesterday? Did you not go to sleep? That's a Taurus. Like it's a toxic trait. It really is a toxic trait. Personally, I've learned to just deal with my Taurus friends. Like, ooh, child, I don't let them do that shit to me, and none of them ever piss me off to that regard, but I've seen them do it to other people, and I completely understand why a lot of them don't have other friends besides me, because like I'll put that boundary down, but if you have a Taurus friend, you have to put that boundary down and let them know you can't do that shit to them, and eventually they will stop doing it. Because when it comes to friendships, they take friendships very, very seriously, as well as family very, very seriously, and they're very, very territorial, and they love their friends very, very much. At the same time, you have to put that boundary down and let them know that they can't do that to you. Of course, they're ruled by Venus after all, right? Venus is the planet of attraction, beauty, love, creativity, gratitude, but there's also a lot of negatives with Venus, okay? It is also the planet of greed, entitledness, indulgence, envy, and of course, like I said, vanity. So these are very horrible qualities to have, but imagine all of those qualities in one person do not make a good mix. This is how you get who's another celebrity or infamous person that we can think of that's a Taurus? Bernie Madoff. Yeah, a greedy, selfish bastard. That's how you get one of those. Tauruses are also known for being not only stubborn, like I said before, very selfish, possessive, closed off, boring as all hell, because they're very square. Okay, imagine trying to put a square into a circle. Sorry, Tauruses, but that's them. Because they just don't see having to change how they are. Trying to put confetti into a room full of gray for what? Okay, the gray looks good. Why we gotta do all that for? They do whatever they want, and they're very, very fiercely independent. And this could lead to issues, because especially in 2022, everybody has an open mind now. Everyone is kind of opening their eyes to different opinions, ideologies, and traditions. Yeah, a Taurus is like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this leads to them having this wandering bull effect, okay? They're constantly looking for their one true love. They're constantly looking for their true friends, their true family even, because their way of thinking, their way of life, their way of doing things constantly does push people away. And they don't see it because they're just like, well, everybody's stupid. They're just like, everybody's stupid. I don't really give a fuck. And yeah, you could get with it or get lost. And anybody that got a problem, I don't care. I don't give a shit. If you like it, I love it. If you don't, get the fuck out. That's what a Taurus is. And this, again, can be very, very off-putting to a lot of people. A Taurus, for the most part, and it's always been a quote that I've seen about Tauruses, they're the only way for them to find true love in life, whether it be in friendships, relationships, whatever the case may be, they're going to have to let go of all their traditional personal values and everything that they ever truly believed in away to find that true happiness that they're looking for. And a Taurus is not doing that for a damn soul. So for the most part, a lot of them die alone. I don't want to say that, but it's true. A lot of them do end up just, you know, either dying alone or having to really kind of pull away from their true selves or what they truly believe in order to kind of acclimate to what the world is that they're currently living in. Because the way that they live a lot of the times is not truly realistic. They're selfish to the point where they don't care about anybody else, and this can be something that a lot of you guys who are friends with Tauruses have to watch out for. They care about having fun, and when I'm talking about having fun, I'm talking about like anything goes. They might sleep with your boyfriend, they might sleep with your girlfriend. All I gotta say is I dated a Taurus and he ended up leaving me for his best friend's girlfriend, and he married her, and now they're getting a divorce. Karma's a bitch, right? But that's the type of shit I'm talking about. If they're having fun, they want something, if they want to do something, whatever it is, anything goes, because they're having fun. It's so strange. It's like they're conservative, but at the same time, if it's fun for them, it goes. As hard as they work, they are said to kind of be lazy a lot of the time, especially if they're not fulfilled in their career or in their life, because they just don't like people telling them what to do. So if they're in a job or in a position where they don't like being told what to do, they're not going to do it. So they might just sit around all day doing absolutely nothing because they have someone telling them what to do, and quite frankly, they don't want to be in that position where someone is literally breathing down their back. They also have been said to have no personality, but to be honest, they have a lot of personality. It just depends on if you get close enough to them for them to show you their personality, and if again they are fulfilled. Now, most Tauruses are really into music and into art, and a lot of them are very talented, as Venus is ruled by the throat. Either they have the gift of gab and they do have the personality and the wit to tell lots of jokes, or they're really good singers or whatever the case may be, or they're just like really artistic and they're really good at channeling their art onto a canvas, or they like to dance or whatever the case may be. But if they're not being fulfilled the right way by their family or their friends, whatever the case may be, they're not going to be able to channel that energy ever, and they might just be lazy as bums. Like, I'm telling you this right now, you might encounter a Taurus that is just lazy as shit, and that is probably a Taurus that is unfulfilled, like literally. And that is with all earth signs. If you see an earth sign, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or Taurus that is lazy, is because they're being thoroughly unfulfilled, and they're most likely going to have to move away from all their life and everything that they know in order to be fulfilled, because there's something that is stifling them. They are too used to doing the same thing over and over and over again. As a fixed sign, they have no problem with that. They are really like used to doing routines, okay? They can wake up at 6 and sleep at 8 every fucking day, okay? And literally do the same thing each hour on the hour all the time and be very content, because again, like I said, if it ain't fixed, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. A lot of them, listen, like I said, that is kind of boring in my opinion, but for them, it's just fine. They have no problem living like that. Now, of course, for the in-betweens that I love to do, for the in-betweens, they are hopeless romantics. Now, this could be a good and a bad thing. I know loving love is a good thing, but at the same time, it is a bad thing, because when it comes to Tauruses, they love to hop in and out of relationships, okay? They are the type, like I said, they're the wandering bull. And when they find someone that accepts them, they kind of will hop into that relationship. But at the same time, they are the type of people, and I'm gonna touch on that a little bit later, to really vet the hell out of people that they are in relationships with. Think of it as an interview process. If you ever been on a date with a Taurus, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They are literally going to be asking about your credit. They're going to be asking about your life, how many baby mothers, baby fathers you got. They're going to be asking about your education level, what goals you got, where you see yourself in 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 minutes. Like, they are very, very particular about who they date, shit, who they have sex with. Like, they're very particular about anyone that they let into their lives in a general sense. So, like, it's good to be a hopeless romantic, I guess, because it's good that they still have an open mind about love, because they're very, very strict everywhere else. But it's a problem because as soon as they get out of a relationship, they kind of do feel the need to be in another one, because I feel like a lot of them feel like, okay, well, no one accepts me for who I am, because a lot of people just like don't see that I'm the best thing on earth. So I'm just gonna hop into the next relationship, because like, who's gonna accept me for me? Because like, I'm great. So if someone sees how great I am, I should just take this opportunity. That's how a lot of Tauruses are, but at the same time, they'll kind of lead you like right here, but then they'll stop you right here to give you like the 3rd degree. It's like, it don't make no sense. How you gonna rope somebody this close to just stop and then be like, okay? A lot of them have that habit of just like roping you in to the last minute, and then that's when they want to play games. Okay, that's when they want to no. It's just really, really annoying. Another, I guess, like kind of in between type of quality, they're long fuse. Now, I did mention this before, but I do want to touch on it and expand a little bit. Having long fuses is a good thing and a bad thing. So having a long fuse is good because at the end of the day, you're slow to react, right? You're not gonna be impulsive to be like, oh my god, like you talked like that to me, I'm gonna punch you in the face like an Aries. But at the same time, when you sit there and you drag your feet like Pisces, you're gonna blow up like a volcano. And that's what Tauruses do, okay? They're the type of people, oh, I'm not gonna address this right now. Oh, it's not that serious. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, confrontation's too much. Oh, I don't want to deal with this right now. And then all of a sudden, when things hit the fan, things become way worse than it needed to be, all because you didn't want to deal with confrontation. It does not make any sense. If you have something to say to someone, say that shit. But at the same time, it's good to be able to have that self-control and restraint to actually think things over before you go and confront people. But it's just like, child, be mature enough to actually have the capacity to tell someone that you don't like something when it's happening, not when it's too much for you. A small problem turns to a big problem very quickly. When it comes to romance, yeah, what did I say? Just don't date them. Dating a Taurus is not an easy feat. I'm gonna just tell you right now, most Tauruses, it was like pulling teeth having to date them. And you should never have to pull teeth to date anybody, okay? Male or female. It's just too much, all right? Like I said before, for the most part, they're gonna do the most, okay? They're gonna sit there and be like, yeah, you have to like literally do a job interview with these people. Like, they're not gonna, and the thing is, don't even be offended because that's just the way they are, but it's just fucking annoying, right? Like when you get to like my age, like I'm 27, when you get to the point where like you're over the age of 25 and you're like going on dates with people and it sounds like a fucking job interview, it's like, bro, it's not worth it, especially if they not that fine, if they ain't got that much going on for themselves and they got the nerve to be giving you the 3rd degree. It's like, bro, just don't do it. If it's not worth it, just don't. But at the same time, if they are worth it, I mean, I guess if you really like them, I guess you go through the process, but just don't. just don't. Like, oh my god, like, and they also drag their feet as well. They're going to be asking themselves the most ridiculous, mundane questions about you. They're going to be trying to think, oh my god, does this person have their future together? Does this person match my outfits the way that I match their outfits? Does this person wear cheap fabrics? Like, I kid you not, they're thinking the most ridiculous things. Like, how does this person dress? How does this person's family match up with my family? Can I have kids with this person? What will our kids look like? What's their credit score? This is the shit that they're thinking about in their head about you when they're going on a date with you, when they're taking you out. Now, I guess a lot of people do think about things like this, but a Taurus is on a whole nother level when they're trying to vet the possible person that they are being in a relationship with. And again, don't take it personal because that's just them. They got a plan, okay? They need to make sure that this person fits into their Netflix and chill life, their homebody life, their cooking life, their conservative lifestyle, their planning, their problem solving, like everything that they do. They got to make sure this person meshes well with them. That person is gonna love them for them. That person is not going to leave them like the wandering bull that they are. They're definitely afraid of being alone at the end of the day. That's just what it is, because that's what a Taurus is. It's kind of like they're sanctioned to be alone. That sounds really, really crazy, but it is. Even from Greek mythology to other types of zodiacs, like Taurus is a very interesting sign because they have always been known to be stubborn. Most of their zodiac type of readings and things like that, they're known to not be able to get along well with others. They're stuck in their ways. So a lot of the time they kind of know, like, yeah, we're kind of fucked. So when it comes to picking a partner, they're very, very careful. They don't want to make mistakes. They're very, very protective. They're very, very possessive. Like I said before, they're not going to be out here willy-nilly letting you do whatever it is that you want to do. I guarantee you, they're not going to be out here letting you go party all the time. They're not going to be out here letting you go out with your friends all the time. But they are very, very romantic. They're into the old school love letters and the baths and the candles and stuff like that. Like, they're really into that stuff. They will love you unconditionally. They will give you whatever it is that you want. But I guarantee you, when you're locked down to a Taurus, you're locked in with a Taurus. If you do some shit to fuck over a Taurus, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life because they will make you feel like shit. They might fuck your mama. I'm not Not joking. They're really, really spiteful like that. They're very, very direct. You're never going to be sitting there thinking, does he like me? Does she like me? Does he want me? Does he want me? You're never gonna be thinking. They're gonna tell you straight up, yeah, this is not gonna work out. I don't like your toenails. Like, I swear to God, they're gonna tell you straight up what they don't like and what you need to change if they really care. And this is also something really problematic, and this is probably why a lot of people don't get along with Tauruses either. I'll tell you right now, I've talked to a lot of Tauruses that didn't get to like the dating stage, and y'all, I've had arguments because these niggas will be disrespectful as fuck. Like, female Tauruses, I could say I don't think I've ever had that much of an issue with any of them, but male Tauruses, Jesus Christ, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I just wanted to backhand the hell out of her. Like, some of them is really, really like disrespectful, but the thing is, for them, they don't see it as disrespectful. So sometimes you gotta actually like really just block out the disrespectfulness and just take the words and take it with a lot of salt. Not a grain, a lot, like a whole can of salt, because a lot of times they're not really trying to be disrespectful. They see it as, okay, I'm just telling you how it is, and that's that. When it comes to friendships, you are done having any other friends when you're friends with a Taurus. They do not like to share friends. They do not like being with other friend groups. They do not like sharing best friend titles. They also do not like when you miss anniversaries, when you miss important dates. So make sure if you're gonna be friends with a Taurus, you remember everything. Birthdays, anniversaries, all that, because if you do miss one, they're gonna be very upset. Like, when I'm telling you upset. Do not miss any important dates, because you're gonna have hell to pay. They want to make sure that at the end of the day, that whatever energy they're putting out with a friendship, with a relationship, whatever the case may be, that they're getting the same back. That's one thing that they really do not like at all. One thing that a Taurus does not do, they do not cut you off cold turkey, okay? They will make sure they get their vengeance, they get their spite off, and then they cut you off. The only way they're gonna cut you off cold turkey is if they plan on coming back within like a week or so and act like nothing happened. But most of the time, they're gonna be spiteful if they plan on cutting you off for good. So just don't do it. You want to avoid the drama, you want to avoid the problem. They're only gonna be level-headed with you and be a problem solver if they actually care about you and they plan on coming back. Other than that, they're not doing none of that goofy shit with you. But they're very good friends. They're very fun friends. They're very adventurous friends. They're the friends you could take zip lining. They're the friends you could take to the beach. They're the friends you could probably take on a drug run. They're very fun, okay? Very, very, very fun. As conservative and strict, hardworking as they seem, they're the friends you could take anywhere, okay? Because they're always up for a good time, for a long time, okay? They're the type of friend you could try to cut them off, but I guarantee you, they're gonna take you for a joke. They're gonna be like, oh, you mad? All right, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, bitch. You're never gonna get rid of them. You're not done till the Taurus says they're done. And when they're done, you'll know. When it comes to careers, they do well in various different types of careers, from arts to sciences. They do well in everything, but of course, like I said before, they do well in goal-oriented type of task, project-based task, long-based type task, where they can see what they're doing and get rewarded for the task. Like I said, they love the gold stars, okay? They love to get pats on the back and be rewarded for the things that they do, okay? So for the most part, people have always said that Tauruses would do well in gemology, which is the study of gems and things that come from the earth. They also be good at painting, things like music, things in the artistic realm, anything like that, or even project management. Honestly, woodworking, things that work with their hands. There's so many things that Tauruses can do, and you can find Tauruses in all types of fields. But of course, anything that's project-based is best. Anything that a Taurus does, it must be a beautiful, peaceful, scenic, and serene work environment. All that loud shit, all that rah-rah, dramatic work, dramatic-filled work environment is not going to work for a Taurus. Everything they do must be filled with peace, tranquility, and of course, beautiful spaces and candles and all of that shit that they love, okay? They do not do well under stress. They do not do well under extreme amounts of pressure. And of course, they do not like being told what to do. So they kind of like to be given the work and work at their own pace, because of course, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady gets the ultimate reward. They would be really good being their own bosses as well, entrepreneurial type of jobs. If you're a Taurus, definitely comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this video. If you're any zodiac, definitely comment down below. What do you guys think about Tauruses? Tauruses are definitely one of my favorites. I just kind of ignore their shenanigans, to be quite honest with you. With that being said, of course, my next one is Geminis. As my man is a Gemini, this is going to be interesting. My sister's a Gemini. My dad's a Gemini. I'm surrounded by Geminis. I guess I've been cursed. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that. Get your merchandise. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Get everything that you need down in the description box below. Stop asking me in the comment section. Just look at the description box. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye!